Hello everybody, it is Jasmine here today, and I am going to be doing a video today about taking care of guinea pigs as a blind or visually impaired individual. As you may have noticed, we have a new intro. Shout out to one of our subscribers for making the music for that, and then somebody else for adding the visuals. Thank you a lot, I really appreciate it, and so does Quincy, so thanks, and we hope y'all like the intro. So like I said earlier, today's video is going to be about caring for guinea pigs as a blind or visually impaired individual. I'm going to be making a whole playlist about things to do with guinea pigs, some care tips, how to take care of them, and then some cage cleaning and how to do it as like a blind or visually impaired person. This lighting is horrible. Oh well. Anyway, so this video is going to be about the basics of caring for guinea pigs as a blind or visually impaired individual. Personally, I have 4 guinea pigs. I did have 6, but we rehomed 2 of our little baby girls. So we originally adopted 2 guinea pigs over the COVID-19 quarantine. Hooray. And we thought they were both girls. They were not. And we ended up having 4 guinea pig babies. So we have 2 boys and 2 girls in 2 separate cages, obviously. The cage has a bunch of stuff on top of it right now, so I'm just gonna film it this way. So this is the male cage. It's a little bit smaller, but they have a mat with hay on it. They have 2 different houses. They have a big tunnel. They have a bed to which they can go and lay in if they ever, it's hung on the cage. And then they have a couple of toys and stuff in there. And they also have a food dish and obviously a water bottle. So that's basically the boys' cage. We custom built the cages, so if you're wondering, whoa, why are those cages like that? And how are they so big? And why do they look so interesting? It's because we built them. And I can do another explanation on that eventually if y'all want me to, on how we built our cages. But it's honestly pretty simple. So the female cage is 6 feet by 3 feet. It's pretty big, yeah, but it was worth it in the long run. And then the male cage is 4 feet by 2 feet. And those are both located in my bedroom, along with a twin bed and a desk and a dresser and a bunch of other things. So my room's a little crowded, but it's totally worth it. I know, I keep changing spots. I can't figure out what lighting I like the best. But anyway, so basically, taking care of guinea pigs as a visually impaired person is not too different from taking care of them as a regular person, besides a couple fundamental things. So obviously, cleaning cages is a big deal because you don't want the pigs to be living in a dirty, filthy environment, so you have to keep their cages clean. So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll do things visually, and they will sweep the cage and then vacuum and then go from there. But for me, I have to do everything tactily because I can't see where all the little poops are and everything to clean them up. So I will get in there and use my hands and feel around for where the poops are and then sweep them up. And I know that sounds a little disgusting. Obviously, I wash my hands thoroughly after, but it is the way that I know how to get them clean, and it is the best way for me to get them clean. It's similar to Quincy picking up her dog poop, kind of. She'll put her foot next to it and then bend down, and yeah. When you're visually impaired or blind, you honestly can't really be afraid to get your hands dirty because you have to touch things and you have to be tactily aware of what's around you, and having hands that you feel comfortable just touching things is a big thing, in my personal opinion. I've gotten questions before about food and water. How do you know if they are out of food and water? And that's really simple. You just reach in. If they have hay in the bin, they have hay in the bin, and if they don't, then you put hay in the bin. And take the water bottles off the cages, and if they have water in them, then you're good. And if they don't have water in them, then fill them up. And so that's honestly a pretty simple answer, whether they have food or water. How can you tell whether 2 guinea pigs are fighting? So guinea pigs make a lot of noise. They're very vocal creatures, and they definitely do a lot of talking. So typically if guinea pigs are fighting, they're going to be rumble strutting a lot, which is making the brrrr type noise, and they're going to be running around, and you can hear different changes in the way that they talk and chatter normally versus when they are exhibiting dominance behavior and things like that. So a lot of me knowing how the guinea pigs are doing and if they're okay is by listening to them vocally rather than looking at them. So yeah, a lot of it does come from listening to the vocal noises that the pigs are making and saying, okay, that's a normal noise and that's not a normal noise, maybe I should check up on this. As far as keeping the guinea pigs groomed and healthy goes, and just making sure that physically they're okay, I will pick them up and look them over and feel them over for any bumps and lumps and try to see if I can see anything. And then if I'm concerned about anything, I will bring one of the pigs to my parents and say, hey, what do you think about this? In the case of Willow's pregnancy, I picked her up one day because I was cleaning her and Scout's cage when they were together, and she felt a little bigger than normal, so I asked my parents and they said, oh, I think she's totally pregnant. So that's how we found out Willow was pregnant. Some other things, like I will bring the pigs out on the couch with me and sit to watch TV sometimes, and my family could very well tell me, oh, that pig has something weird going on with his or her ear, or why that pig is kind of moving weird on XYZ foot. So also family members are a good way to kind of know, but obviously you can't rely on family members to tell you everything about your pigs. So it's also about tactilely touching the pigs and having them kind of walk on you just to see, okay, is anybody limping? Are we doing okay? And things like that. Some people have asked me, like, how do you know when to clean cages? You clean cages once a week about, and sometimes you do that twice a week depending on if there's an odor. Guinea pigs do have a certain smell about them, but especially if you don't clean cages or anything like that, that smell will definitely get worse. So typically you know by when it smells that you need to clean cages if you haven't done that already, but it's a good tip and good rule of thumb to clean them at least once a week. And that is kind of all I have for y'all today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you and answer those. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video on taking care of guinea pigs as a visually impaired or blind owner, and I will see you next time.